From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Sulaiman Aleda.
Hello and welcome. Tonight,
Mr. Pt.1 Fayose.
it's a change of guard in Ekiti State as Ayodele Fayose is sworn in as governor, promises the people a better deal. General Muhammadu Buhari picks form for the presidency, says again he will reform the system. Coroner inquest on the synagogue building collapse asks church leadership to submit manifest of all in the building on the tragic day. And the World Health Organization focuses effort on preventing Ebola spread beyond Africa.
And on business news tonight, the Nigerian equities market declines further for a fourth consecutive trading session, records a year-to-date of minus 6.87%.
And in sports news, Super Eagles coach Stephen Kelchi loses the battle to stay on as the Nigeria Football Federation relieves him of his job.
A dramatic oath taken by the new governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, as he's been sworn in by the chief judge of the state, Ayodeji Daramola. Justice Daramola also today swore in Dr. Kolapoy Olushola as the deputy governor of the state. After that, the governor addressed the people in his acceptance speech, promising them of more of what he called stomach infrastructure.
The stadium bursts at the seam, and thousands of residents, supporters, and members of the People's Democratic Party cannot wait for the event to begin. Their patience eventually pays off with the arrival of the Ekiti State Governor, Ayodele Fayose.
The first Nigerian to defeat two incumbent governors at 2 attempts.
And then the formal ceremony, the swearing-in of Ayo Fayose.
Mr. Pt.1 Fayose.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
that I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That I will preserve.
That I will preserve.
Protect.
And
defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You don't win, Pata, you go win forever.
With the swearing-in done, the incumbent governor delivers his first speech.
History is being made, and it's history that will take a while to surpass, because my kind of history is divine. I represent you. You are the Fayose that I represent. Am I correct? I am living for you. I am here to serve you. That is my assignment.
He tells the people that he will always have their interest in mind as he returns as governor of the state.
I am governor of your own imagination. The governor that eats barley with you. The governor that drinks agbojedi with you. The governor that celebrates teachers with you. Today I declare peace, prosperity, progress, employment, food, stomach infrastructure.
It's an office that Governor Fayose is used to. As he settles in, those who voted him into office will be hoping that he makes good his promise of taking care of their welfare.
One thing I found out is that if you leave this party,
well, a former military head of state, retired General Muhammadu Buhari, has become the second presidential aspirant to pick the expression of interest and nomination forms of the All Progressives Congress. General Buhari, who paid the required 27.5 million naira in Abuja, was handed the forms by the party's national chairman, Mr. John Oyegun. Mr. Oyegun handed over the forms to the former military head of state after former Bayelsa State Governor Timipre Silva handed over a check of 27.5 million naira on behalf of the presidential aspirant to the national organizing secretary of the party, Senator Osita Izunaso.
The pity I couldn't influence this amount to be put down as it was done in the case of ladies that intend to participate and disabled. I looked left and right. I couldn't read sympathy on anybody's face. So I kept my trap, but I felt heavily what can I say? Heavily sorry for me because I don't want to go and ask somebody to pay for my nomination. If you could recall, even the last ones I had, I always try to pay myself, at least for the nomination. But 27.5 million naira in these days. Thank goodness I have personal relationship with the chairman of the manager of my bank in Kaduna. Put an early call. I say the forms are coming, whether I'm in red or green or black. Please, you must honor this, otherwise I will give a long meeting.
The 27 million, let me say it too. It is to separate the men from the boys. We know you. I don't expect you have 27 million under your bed. But I expected that there are Nigerians who will vouch for you any day and who are ready to stand for you any day.
Presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress and Kano State Governor Rabiu Konkonso says he's in support of the party adopting a consensus candidate for its presidential ticket. The Kano State Governor said this while meeting with lawmakers from the APC in the National Assembly. The presidential aspirant said he believes all the aspirants are working hard and that the party has a huge advantage. Well, also, the presidency has taken a swipe at the former head of state, General Muhammadu Buhari, over his comment that Nigeria has witnessed a decline since the ruling People's Democratic Party took over power 16 years ago. The former leader made a comment in Abuja while declaring his intention to contest the 2015 presidential election. Reacting to the statement by the General, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Reuben Abati, at a press conference, said the development reflects very badly on the character of the political opposition in Nigeria.
As is well known, available figures, statistics, and ratings show that the Nigerian economy has consistently maintained an unprecedented growth of 6 to 7% under the Jonathan administration. They also show that the Nigerian economy is now the leading economy in Africa and the 26th largest in the world, with a gross domestic product of over $500 billion per annum. Also, contrary to General Buhari's assertion yesterday, Nigeria's agricultural sector is thriving under the reforms being implemented by the Jonathan administration, as current production figures show. And neither manufacturing nor commerce is down, as the APC presidential aspirant alleged. His most uncharitable and inexcusable accusation against the present administration was that election rigging continues to thrive in Nigeria. We trust that all patriotic, objective, and non-partisan Nigerians will reject that allegation, knowing it to be invalid. And they will have the evidence of the progressively freer, fairer, and ever more credible elections conducted under the Jonathan administration to support their position. Despite the other false accusations General Buhari made against the president, who he clearly fears to take on in an honest, issues-driven presidential election contest, President Jonathan will continue to carry forward his transformation agenda in the power sector and other areas. The president will not be discouraged or deterred from his objective of repositioning Nigeria for accelerated and inclusive socio-economic development by the partisan and jaundiced views of power seekers like General Buhari, who cannot see the obvious result of the current administration's efforts through their blinkered eyes.
Well, Nigeria cannot realize its post-2015 development agenda unless the rule of law and justice are entrenched in the system. Now, this is the position of a non-governmental organization, the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, which notes that the current judicial system in the country is in a very sorry state. The group called for the inclusion of a strong justice system that will ensure accountability in public offices. A happy and healthy family as a foundation for a stable and secure nation formed the central theme of most speakers at the 7th Anthony Cardinal Okoje Annual Lecture and Foundation launching in Maryland, Lagos. Speaking on the topic Strengthening the Family, Secure the Nation, Professor Anthony Akinwale of the Dominican Institute maintained that Nigeria is a reflection of its family system.
Nations are built on and secured by values. Values are first acquired in the family before they can be learned from any other school. And the family, as the first school of values, is the foundation of building and securing a nation. A nation is a reflection of its families, insofar as citizens are nurtured in those families.
In part 2 after the break, health workers begin strike action in some states. That's in a moment. Stay with us.